The Thayer Lindsley Award recognizes an individual or team of explorationists credited with a recent significant mineral discovery anywhere in the world. Tonight, we recognize the Lundin Group Vicuña Exploration Team for the discovery of the Vicuña District in the Central Andean Copper Province in Argentina and Chile.
Lucas Lundin and close friend Ross Beatty made a bet in 2007. A lunch, fine wine, and a ski day in Whistler was on the line. Whose property was going to have the bigger find, Relincho or Vicuña? In early 2008, Lucas admitted defeat at that time and paid his debt. Little did he know that the Lundin Group Vicuña exploration team would build one of the world's greatest discoveries over the next 15 years in Vicuña. A sleeping giant with multiple deposits of high-grade copper, gold, and silver.
The Vicuña district was in what was perceived as a gap between two very well-known gold belts. It was a very remote area, and that was part of the reason that it wasn't explored in the past.
Back in the day, a lot of the areas had to be accessed on horseback. Just a very difficult place to get to.
The exploration team, comprised of Alfredo Vitaller, Diego Charchafli, and Martín Rodet, embraced the quest, believing the district had potential.
The exploration team we've got down there shares the same philosophy. I think they're a bunch of really good scientists who are interested in adventure, fundamentally like being outdoors, like being in the mountains.
It took years to uncover everything the Vicuña district had to offer. Filo del Sol is where it all began. Right from the first drill hole, the team knew they had something special.
Oh, 41 was pretty special. I mean, as exploration geologists, like, what are we? I mean, fundamentally, we're treasure hunters, and with that hole, we found the treasure.
As a small team, Filo was a big challenge, so the team shifted to further exploration at Jose Maria, which proved easier than Los Helados.
At Jose Maria, we were actually able to move pretty much to the heart of the system early on.
The team's persistence, the science, and the creativity were paying off. The team was dealing with extreme locations, seasonal interruptions of winter in the mountains, and all the usual challenges of mining.
We've worked safely and efficiently in, what at times can be one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Probably the biggest predictor of success in any exploration program is, team spirit.
The giant discovery in the Vicuña district would not have been possible without the passion and support of Lucas Lundin.
He was always excited, always up for whatever was going on, and that, really set the tone for everybody in the company.
Although Lucas had lost that initial bet with his friend, his intuition had told him to persist.
It was crazy how many times, without being a geologist, he was just right.
Collectively, the resources from Jose Maria, Los Helados, and Filo del Sol amount to 38 billion pounds of copper, 28 million ounces of gold, and 356 million ounces of silver, and growing.
The direct impact of an operation of this size is literally tens of billions of dollars of foreign direct investment. It's hundreds of thousands of jobs.
Generational wealth for our host countries, our host communities.
The Vicuña district is a testament to Wojtek, Bob, and the Lundin Group Vicuña Exploration Team, to Lucas's vision that allowed for the team's perseverance for 20 years to find prosperity today. The guts and the glory of this discovery will uplift generations. For this, the Prospectors and Developers Association recognized the Lundin Group Vicuña Exploration Team with the 2024 Thayer Lindsley Award.
I'm proud to present the 2024 Thayer Lindsley Award to the Lundin Group Vicuña Exploration Team. Wojtek, Bob, and team, please come to the stage to accept your award.
Thank you very much. The Thayer Lindsley Award is something that every exploration team dreams of winning. And it's a great honor to accept this award on behalf of the Vicuña exploration team, a small part of which you just saw with me on the stage. And really what we're proud of is to join all the past recipients, a lot of whom are people that we've looked up to our whole careers. I want to thank the committee for recognizing the significance of the Vicuña District discoveries, and also the tremendous long-term effort by our team that made this success possible. At an award ceremony like this, it's easy for the success to seem or to be presented as effortless or inevitable. And the real story, as a lot of people in this room know, is never as linear or simple. And to be successful, you need good instincts, geological knowledge, of course, the faith to persist, especially through the early days when it's not always obvious that you're working on a major deposit. And let's be honest, a little luck doesn't hurt either. In our case, any exploration story that unfolds over more than 20 years is not going to be about an individual or even a single team. A team evolves over time, but it's really about establishing a culture that enables long-term success. And after 2 decades, really, there are too many people to thank individually. But what I want to do tonight is to highlight a few of those who best illustrate the characteristics that I think made us successful. So I want to start with Lucas Lundin. He was the greatest mining entrepreneur of his generation, and his vision and commitment to the long-term funding of what was at the time a grassroots exploration program in the remote central Andes was really the key to our success. And even more importantly, he established an entrepreneurial, success-oriented culture that great people wanted to be a part of. And that culture enabled us to put together the team, part of which you saw tonight, and even more importantly, create a work environment that produced sustained success over multiple decades. That culture first attracted Patricio Jones, an Argentine geologist who was instrumental in the Lundin Group's acquisition of the Bajo de la Alumbrera deposit in the mid-1990s, and then the discovery of the Veladero gold deposit, which is still one of Barrick's largest producers. And then finally, the acquisition of the ground that became the core of what we now call the Vicuña District. And that also attracted me, Bob Carmichael, and the rest of our core team, some of whom have been with the Lundin Group since those Veladero days, and meaning more than 25 years. So as I think everybody, or many people in this room know, successful exploration takes a lot of different skills. That's why it's the ultimate team sport. You need everything from a good understanding of the science of ore deposits, geostatistics, drill program management, and a lot of practical things like logistics, government and community relations. And you've got to be really good at really basic things like building roads and building drill pads. Bob Carmichael brought a really systematic, rigorous approach to our drill program planning, the resource estimates, and then ultimately the engineering studies that flowed from those. He's a critical thinker. He's one of our in-house skeptics, and he was a key guy, not just in the technical aspects of exploration, but also in strategically thinking about all aspects of the business. He was a great partner for all of us. And no international exploration program can be successful without a strong in-country team. So some of the guys that you saw with me, Alfredo Vitaller, Diego Charchafli, and Martin Rode, who as young geologists worked with Patricio Jones at Veladero, subsequently became the key managers of all of our exploration efforts in the Vicuña District. They brought a strong mix of geological skills, practical skills, and importantly in this remote location, military-grade logistics and planning. And then on top of that, a good mix of political and social skills that allowed us to succeed. Alfredo, Diego, and Martin were instrumental in running complex exploration programs in a tough environment. And in those early days as a junior company with pretty limited budgets, and every time I've been up there, they make something that is not easy look easy. They're critical to our success, and those three guys continue to lead key aspects of the Lundin Group's Vicuña programs and general efforts in Argentina. And I also want to acknowledge our early partners on these projects, JOGMEC, a Japanese government agency who was our partner in the very early exploration days, and several representatives are present with us tonight. This has been a generational effort, and we are especially proud of the next generation that's taking these projects to the next level. Jamie Beck, who was a key member of our original corporate management team, has done a tremendous job as CEO of Filo Mining, our first spin-out company. And we have a couple of our younger team members present here today, Leticia Gonzalez and Mariano Mongan, who are representing the younger geos on our team. Leticia was running the field programs when the discovery holes were drilled into the Aurora zone at Filo and ran our program at Lunahuasi last year, which made one of the most significant discoveries of last year. Adam and Jack Lundeen, who are also present here tonight, have picked up where their father Lucas left off. And I think we're all confident that they're going to see these projects through to production. And finally, I would like to thank all of the spouses and partners of all the Vicuña team members. I think as many people in this audience will know, we're away a lot. This is a demanding job that requires a lot of travel. And I think if you looked at it statistically, many of the emergency room visits that our kids have made, the plumbing that's broken, the cars that have broken down, I don't know, it just always seems to happen when you're away. So none of us would have been able to do this without the support of those important people in our lives. I said earlier, exploration is the ultimate team sport, and I really believe that. I think many of us in this room love it because there's really nothing like the camaraderie that builds between a team of geologists doing a tough job in remote locations. And what starts out as just a job often leads to lifetime friendships, and that's what's happened with our team. When a team clicks and is successful, it can be a remarkable experience, and it can be a life-changing experience. I said at the beginning that the path to success is never straight, and we've definitely had our share of ups and downs. But it's pulling together in those tough times when it's tough to raise money, nobody knows what you're doing, that sets up the success that you have in the good times, which is really what we've seen in the last 2 or 3 years. I personally feel very fortunate to have worked with a team that epitomizes what a successful exploration team should look like and should be. And finally, although an award like this is often seen as an end point, this is anything but the case with the Vicuña District. I think this exploration story is really just getting started, and as the 2023 discovery of the super high-grade Lunahuasi deposit shows, I strongly believe that the best is still in front of us. So thank you again for honoring our team with this prestigious award. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.